Deva movie review. Shahid Kapoor's vengeful cop is deliciously deadly. Shahid Kapoor is not exactly one of the tallest men in the room. Add to that perceived limitation his undeniable boyish charm, and one wonders how does the 43-year-old manage to pull off intense characters absolutely effortlessly. The key lies in the courage of conviction, his remarkable acting repertoire, and his reassuring screen presence. These factors and more make Sasha grow on you with a towering persona in Deva. A tall frame normally comes in handy in order to look imposing, but Kapoor uses his impressive range of expressions, the swift moves, and that intense gaze to his advantage to look the part that overcompensate for what he lacks in, well, inches. Acclaimed Malayalam director Roshan Andrews Deva projects the protagonist as a cop whose thirst for vengeance doesn't seem to end. Deva is this relentless force absolutely unleashed in order to set the record straight, as well as to settle the score, ready to bump off anyone crossing his path. Devamre is deliciously deadly as he goes on a rampage of sorts post the murder of a fellow police officer. The stop me if you can mode makes Deva brazen, violent and dangerous to operate with. He comes across as a brutal man with no bounds and definitely lacks empathy. But in reality, we discover the core within that has converted his deep fears into anger. Without mastering the former while mismanaging the latter, was Shahid Deva demanding full freedom to operate in order to avenge the death of his colleague. And you stay with him in his mission for finding out the infiltrator, the informer, the mole within the system. The chase is complex, complicated and sluggish. The first half is tedious and long drawn as the events unfold with terror. The cinematography, the crisp dialogue, the equally sharp editing match the urgency of the situation, especially in the second half. Deva is quickly seen as a cop who not just advocates but even encourages what his naysayer term as hooliganism. When question being posed about his style of operation, is he a cop or mafia, he asserts sharply and surely, "I am mafia." The pulsating, almost eardrum-shattering background score by James Bijoy add to the effect as Deva is on the prowl who tries to place the pieces to complete a coherent picture. Written by Hussain and Abbas Dalal, Bobby Sanjay and Arshad Syed, Deva shows restraint in recalling his memory post a bike accident to solve the case. Amit Roy's cinematography traverses Mumbai with all its complex and convoluted grays. The city stands out as a compelling character in this narrative, as the cops become an intricate and intertwining facet of the city as identity markers. Srikar Prasad's editing is impressive as the film garners momentum in the second half to highlight the big reveal in the climax. As for the performances, Shahid is intense and engaging. Watch him alternate between being restless and restrained with ease. Pavil Gulati adds the much needed therav and emotional depth to the story, with Pooja Hegde getting limited and abrupt exposure. All in all, Deva may test your patience if you like your action films breezy, but ultimately it is a rewarding watch given the way things unspool in the second half only to compensate for the slow burn of the first. My ratings, 3 stars.